Why does nobody warn you about property taxes when you buy a house? Because a lot of people are caught off guard when they get that big property tax bill and they're like, what? I'm a real estate investor, so I own more properties than the average person. So I'm not trying to pay crazy property taxes because that's eating into my profit margin and my cash flow for my real estate portfolio. Here are some ways to lower your property tax bill. Now, number one, go on your county appraisal district. So for example, I live in Austin, Texas. So I go to Travis County Appraisal District's website and I check and I look up my own property because I am trying to see if the square footage that is publicly recorded in tax rolls is the actual square footage of my house. This has actually happened to someone I know, and her house was recorded to be like 500 square feet larger than it actually is. And so she was paying way more in property taxes than like what's fair or what's equitable because her house is not actually that big. What happened is that she finally got the appraisal district to correct the square footage, and then she actually got a refund for her property taxes because she overpaid them. Second thing you can do is protest your property taxes. You can do it yourself or you can get an attorney to do it for you. But basically what you will need is comparable properties from the last year. For example, if I get my property tax bill in 2025, I need to look at 2024 data because that's what it's being evaluated on. Every county has a different process for how they handle property tax protesting, but it is literally your right as a citizen and as a member of your county to protest your property taxes. Final thing you can do is get a homestead exemption on your property. Now, I'm speaking from experience in Texas because that's where I live, and it's a really simple process. You only have to do it one time. Your homestead exemption lives on that property wherever you are residing, your primary residence. So if you have a rental property, you cannot have your homestead exemption on it. You can only have one homestead exemption and it goes on your homestead. How the homestead exemption lowers your property taxes is that it basically caps how much your property tax bill is allowed to increase, the assessed value of your property, how much that is allowed to increase year over year. It caps that. The longer you have your homestead exemption on your homestead, your primary residence, the more property tax bill savings you're going to see compared to if you didn't have a homestead exemption on it. Usually to file your homestead exemption, you need to have your driver's license reflect your primary residence, your homestead, and maybe you might need your closing documents. And if you like all things real estate and real estate investing, I'm your girl.